How is it going, everyone? Today I'm here with my WWE Live September 22nd, 2017 live experience video. I know this video is a week late, but honestly, with that weekend being No Mercy weekend, getting my videos up for that, and then this past week I've just been working, just being pretty much busy and just lazy and just tired, honestly. I haven't really had the drive or determination to really make this video, so that's why it's a week late. But you know what? I would rather make a video a week late than not at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with that. But yeah, this video basically is like any other experience video I've made in the past, pretty much giving you guys my experience from going to the show, my thoughts during the show, each match going through them, and of course me leaving, pretty much everything in between that. So yeah, that's what it's going to be about. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Of course, I didn't get to the arena till probably about 20 minutes till the show started. Show started at 7:30. I probably didn't get there until about 7:10. With that time, you know, getting there really wasn't much time to do anything. So I got to the concession stand, I got some food and drinks, which I got this cup, the Collector's Cup, which is the new updated one, which looks pretty damn nice. I wish they would do event ones where it's solely for that event. So like you go to a Raw event, you get a Raw cup. You go to a SmackDown Live event, you get a SmackDown Live cup. So I wish they would do that, but you know, I don't really mind this cup. It's pretty cool. You got the Hardys on there. You got the Demon Finn Bálor. You got Anderson Gallows. You got Jinder Mahal on the cup as well. You got Nakamura as well. So it's a pretty cool cup. Always like getting the new ones and like looking through my old ones and seeing how much they changed over the years. So I got that, and honestly, that is the only thing I got. Like I said, I got to the show pretty late. The merch stands were, you know, too long to the point where if I would have stood in line for them, I would have missed beginning of the show. So I didn't get any of the merch stand. There really, honestly, wasn't anything there, anyways. I wanted to get the one thing I did. The one thing I was going on planning on getting, or scratch that. The one thing I was planning on getting. There we go. I can't spit the words out. Was the like I was there event shirt where it just had like all the dates of like the tour and everything. I was gonna get that, but I was like, no, I'll probably be there after the show anyway, so whatever. So I ended up waiting, and then of course I went back after the show, and the shirt was actually not even up for display anymore. So I assume they either sold out or they just, I don't know what the deal was. So I didn't end up buying any merch there, which is like very, very rare for me. This is probably like the second or third show that I went to in my hometown that I've never bought any merch at. So that was a pretty rare occurrence. So then, you know, go into the building, go to my seats. I had great seats, ring 3, row C, which is the third row, seats 5 and 6. So there's a ticket right there. And yeah, I pretty much sat down, had probably about 5 minutes to spare before the show started. So pretty good time on my part, besides the fact that I wasn't able to get any merch. But you know what, I'm actually pretty glad, because that way I didn't spend any money, because I know I probably would have spent at least $30 on that shirt, and maybe bought a few more things once I got up there. So I'm pretty glad I didn't buy anything. But yeah, I got there, my seats, the show started. They had the whole, you know, intro thing. They had Curt do a video package to open up the show, which I guess they just filmed that on Random Raw that aired all the live events, like they do with the Triple H ones at the NXT shows. Curt pretty much welcomes everyone to Raw, blah, blah, blah. And then the show starts, and the show opens up with Finn Bálor versus Bray Wyatt. Nice pop for Bray Wyatt, but Finn Bálor got a massive pop when he came out. The match was good. It wasn't as good as their No Mercy match. It was fine. It was short. It was only like 7 minutes, so it wasn't really. Didn't have that much time to do that much. You know, they brawled from the very get-go. Then, you know, Bray Wyatt pretty much had screwed right away. Bray Wyatt ran up to the ramp. Finn Bálor got on the mic, called him chicken, blah, 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 blah. They ended up brawling on the outside. Match got back in the ring. Nice back and forth action. Finn Bálor had some drop kicks and some sling blades, followed by the coup de grace for the 1-2-3 victory. So Finn Bálor defeats Bray Wyatt. Decent opener. Like I said, it wasn't as good as a No Mercy match, but I still enjoyed it. That was good for what it was. So yeah, nice opening contest right there. From there, I'm going to a 6-man tag team match. Heath, Slater, Rhyno, and Goldust taking on the team of Dash Wilder, who got a pretty good pop, by the way. I think because people thought the Revival were coming out, but when it ended up being just Dash, I think people were like, no, we're expecting both guys, but it is what it is. Curt Hawkins and Darren Young, who I guess is the heel now? I don't know. He's not on TV, so I can't really say. This is pretty much a comedy match. On paper, sounds like garbage, right? But it was actually pretty fun. I was actually enjoying it for what it was. Nice comedic spots with Heath Slater and Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder pretty much saying that Heath's kids called him daddy because the crowd's hearing he got kids. And he's saying like, yeah, they call me daddy. So it was pretty funny. The crowd was mildly behind wanting Goldust in the match. So Goldust eventually got the hot tag. Ran wild, actually hit atomic drops on every single person, actually went to hit on the referee, but Slater and Rhyno ran in and prevented him from hitting it on the referee, which I thought was a pretty funny spot right there. So this was a comedic match, like I said. It was pretty funny, enjoyable. Goldust was by far the star. Everyone just loved Goldust in this match. So it was fun, good stuff. Ending, everyone was pretty much hitting, finishing on each other. Heath Slater hitting you know, leg lariat on so-and-so, and then Darren Young hitting a gut buster on Heath Slater, and then I think Rhyno did Gore. Just pretty much, you know, your typical six-man mayhem at the end with finishers, and then Curt Hawkins ran into a spine buster by Goldust for the 1-2-3. So Goldust defeats Curt Hawkins with a spine buster in 2017. What a time to be alive. So fun match, like I said, and then of course everyone left, but Curt Hawkins stayed in the ring. He pretty much said that, you know what, he's not a singles guy, or he's not a tag team guy. His partner is the reason why he lost. He's a singles competitor. He's going to prove it right now with doing an open challenge. And then R-Truth comes out. R-Truth runs the ropes for like 10 minutes, hits his finisher, and that's it. So R-Truth defeats I almost called him Curtis. Defeats Curt Hawkins in about 15 seconds after running the ropes for about 10 seconds. So that was that. Then after that, we had the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match, Neville versus Akira Tozawa. This match wasn't anything you haven't seen from their TV matches already. It was pretty basic. Neville was really grinding Akira Tozawa, was really working over him and his shoulder. Akira Tozawa had a nice fiery comeback, attempted a senton, but Neville got out of the way. Did a nice suicide dive headbutt to Neville on the outside. Was able to get back in the ring when Neville was able to ground him down and locked him in for the ring decider for the submission victory. So Neville defeats Akira Tozawa. Like I said, pretty fine basic match. Like I said, nothing that you haven't seen from their TV matches already. So that's why I wasn't too blown away by it. But yeah, it was a good little cruiserweight match. From there, we go to Matt Hardy versus Karl Anderson. I guess what this match was really supposed to be the Hardy's boys versus Anderson and Gallows, but of course the news came out that Jeff Hardy, tore his shoulder or whatever he did to it, so he was going to require surgery. So that was the reason why Jeff Hardy was competing in this match, which at first I was mildly surprised why it was a singles match, but then, of course, once the news developed during the weekend, we discovered why Jeff Hardy was not wrestling that night. So Matt Hardy took on Karl Anderson, which I thought was a pretty damn good match. Match tonight to this point, I thought they had some pretty good chemistry, some nice chain wrestling. Gallows and Jeff Hardy really didn't do much at ringside. Like, Gallows didn't even try to interfere. He kind of was just chilling at ringside. So was Jeff. Matt Hardy was full-blown broken gimmick. He was doing delete with every single, maneuver he would do. He would, say things like delightful and wonderful randomly throughout the match. So Matt Hardy was in full-blown broken gimmick, which was awesome to see live. But yeah, him and Karl Anderson, like I said, had a fun, good match. Matt Hardy was very dominant. Karl Anderson would get some cheap shots in and become dominant. Would go for the double axe handle from the top. But then Matt Hardy actually hit him with a twist of fate as he came down for the win. So Matt Hardy, Karl Anderson, really fun match. I thought they had some good chemistry and produced a pretty solid singles match. So match tonight up to that point, like I said. And then we go to the Raw Tag Team Championship match, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus. This was a great match right here. Wasn't as good as a No Mercy match, but I'd say it might be in the same league, if not maybe a little bit better than the SummerSlam match. I thought they gelled really well. Both tag teams are just phenomenal. They have amazing chemistry. Very similar to their previous matches, where Sheamus and Cesaro were very dominant early on. Would isolate Rollins in this match from Ambrose for a long time. Just hitting various tag team maneuvers on Rollins, whether it was a double Razor's Edge or they're just the assisted inverted DDT, white noise combination that they do. They're very dominant on Rollins. Ambrose was very eager to hot tag. Once he finally got the hot tag, the crowd erupted for Ambrose in the hot tag because everyone was just waiting for Ambrose to finally get that hot tag in there. Ambrose ran wild. Rollins helped the assist at the end. Hit his knee on Cesaro, followed by Dirty Deeds on Cesaro for the 1-2-3 victory. So Ambrose and Rollins obviously retained the tag team titles in this match. Like I said, great match right here. Both teams gelled really well, and they have amazing chemistry. So I can see these two tag teams honestly go on forever. They're that damn good. So great match. Match of the night at this point, because it obviously was better than the Matt Hardy Karl Anderson match. So match of the night at this point. From there, we had an intermission about 20 minutes long. I didn't do anything. I just sat in my seat. I didn't really care to go up because, everyone goes at intermission. So there's literally no point of leaving your seat when everyone's leaving their seat for that moment. So I didn't even bother going to the merch stand or anything else. I just sat down for the 20 minutes that was intermission. We came back to Jason Jordan versus Bo Dallas. Now, keep in mind, everyone lost their mind when the Miz's music hit because everyone thought it was the Miz. But once they realized it was Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, everyone immediately just didn't care anymore. The match itself was a match. Jason Jordan was very dominant in the beginning. Curtis Axel got involved. Bo Dallas pretty much dominated the entire match going forward until Jason Jordan hit some suplexes, some Northern Lights suplexes, and then ended up hitting his finishing pop-up neck breaker, I guess it is, for the win over Bo Dallas. No one cared for this. Jason Jordan, not over. everyone was pissed off that Miz won the show, which I don't know why Miz wasn't on the show. He was actually advertised to defend his title against the winner of a Battle Royal that night, but those two matches never happened. So, very disappointed Miz never showed up, but, whatever. No one cared for that match. From there on, we go to a Fatal 4-Way match for the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss defending her title against Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James. Everyone got some pretty good pops besides Mickie James. Crowd was pretty quiet. Sasha Banks, Bayley got pretty big pops, but Alexa Bliss definitely got the biggest ovation out of all of them, if you ask me. This was a fun Fatal 4-Way match. I think Mickie James really shined out of everyone, which is good because now she's in the feud with Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title, so I think it was good for her to look good in these matches. They teased the Bayley Sasha Banks showdown. They had a showdown until Mickie James got involved and was able to disrupt before they were able to go at it. This was just nice back and forth action. It wasn't really one point where it was just one-on-one. It was kind of all 4 women were involved at least once in this match, or it was at least 3 in the ring, 3 women in the ring at one time. It was never really a one-on-one situation. It was always a multi-person match. So that was good. I don't like these multi-person matches that always end up with like one-on-one encounters for the majority of it. So I do like the fact that there are always at least 3 people in the ring at one point. Alexa Bliss was very dominant. Her and Sasha Banks had a pretty good interaction. They've always had good matches, so I was enjoying seeing what they were doing. Ending came where Sasha Banks or Mickie was going for a Mick DDT, but Sasha Banks countered it into a bank statement. Alexa Bliss broke it up, threw Sasha Banks out, hit her DDT on Mickie James for the 1, 2, 3. So Alexa Bliss retains the Raw Women's Championship. Pretty solid match. Like I said, I enjoyed the fact that at least 3 women are in the ring at the same time, rather it's just one-on-one action. So, fun match, enjoyed that. And then we go to the main event, which was a last man standing match. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Of course, Roman Reigns got the biggest pop of the entire night. Crowd erupted for Roman Reigns. And him and Braun Strowman had an awesome main event. This match was worth the price of admission alone. Really enjoyed this matchup. Both men went there and tore the house down and had an awesome main event. Right from the get-go, they were just beating out of each other. Braun Strowman was just really dominant over Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns tried to do anything he could have to ground Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman would not go down. Eventually, Roman Reigns tried to take it out of the table from the end of the ring. Braun Strowman just ran through Roman Reigns, through the table in the ring, chucked the steel stairs at him a few times, just absolutely ramming Roman Reigns with the steel steps. Got back in the ring. Roman Reigns was the upper hand. Slowly lifted up Braun Strowman in the Samoan drop. Like, he took his time going up, and he held him for about 5 seconds before finally slowly dropping and putting Braun Strowman through a table for a nice, false finish right there. Both men were able to get up. Braun Strowman ripped his shirt off because he was so angry. Was very dominant. Roman Reigns once again brought the steel steps back in the ring. Roman Reigns teased, spearing him through another table, but Braun Strowman nailed him with the steel steps. Was going to hit him with it again, but Roman Reigns got out of the way, hit him with a Superman punch, and followed up with a spear through the table, which was in the corner, on Braun Strowman for the victory. Braun Strowman got up at 9, but he fell back down before he was fully up, so the referee had the count of 10 to get the win to Roman Reigns. Like I said, awesome main event, definitely worth the price of admission alone to go to the show. Yeah, of course, Roman Reigns celebrated at the end, and then, they sent the crowd home happy that way. But, yeah, that was a show. 9 matches in total if you count the R-Truth squash with Curt Hawkins. Pretty, it was an average show. I had fun, though. I thought the last man standing match and the Raw Tag Team title match were definitely the 2 matches that stood out on the entire show. Matt Hardy and Karl Anderson had a good match. The Raw Women's Fatal 4-Way match was good. The opening match was decent. Everything else kind of just average, not really, really worth mentioning, to be honest. But, it wasn't a bad show by any means. It was just a pretty average show with, 2 great matches. So I had fun for the most part still. I enjoyed myself, and, I thought it was, like I said, average show, but I had a good time, which is all that matters. You go in the show and enjoying it, that's all that ever matters. So, yeah, after that, pretty much just went home. Didn't really stick around. Like I said, I went to the merch stand, but they didn't have the shirt I wanted, so I kind of just had whatever left. And, yeah, just went home, and that was that. In my section was full pro Roman Reigns fans. A lot of females, which I didn't mind, because there's some pretty attractive ones, so I was kind of fortunate in the section I was at. But, yeah, that'll do it for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like below. Helps me out a lot, and, I just like seeing you guys' feedback. If you guys like Leave your guys' comments in the comment section below. Not sure what you're going to comment about this video. Maybe if you liked it, if you didn't. Feel free to leave any comments below in the comment section below as always. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time.
There's no going back to what's left behind. Tomorrow's a gift, so I'll make it mine. It's thick in the air, it creeps down my spine.